Hello again YouTube, it's Bay Moon here and I'm still walking the dog. I just want to make another video. I wasn't sure where to start on YouTube, but I thought this would be a good place. I seen a post on Sunshine Morning Rays channel, 21 questions, a while back, and that's what got me to thinking to starting these videos, so I thought what better way than to start with that. So you'll have to excuse me because I've got them written down on a piece of paper here, but I will answer those 21 questions now. So the first question is, what is your background of witchcraft? I started off, as I said in my last video, with Wicca, and my practice evolved from Wicca, and I now class myself as an eclectic witch. I borrow a lot from many different traditions, and I work a lot with a lot of different types of magic. Anything sometimes from hoodoo to traditional Scottish witchcraft, you know. It's very, very varied for me. The next question is, what is my favourite witchy thing to do? I think that would have to be my spellcraft. I enjoy thinking of the correspondences I'm going to use, preparing my things for my spell, making candles, dressing them. I enjoy the whole routine in spellcraft. That's something that I really do enjoy. The next question is, what is my favourite type of magic? Now, this would have to be a toss-up for me between herbal magic and candle magic. I think I'd probably do both evenly and have far too many herbs on candles that are healthy in my stock. The next question are, what are my top 5 herbs? Gosh, these change constantly. Herbs I always have on hand, I like to have lavender, chamomile, mugwort, peppermint, and probably sage. Would be my top 5 at the minute. My favourite type of divination, tasseomancy. I read the tea leaves a lot. And my obsidian ball. I've got an obsidian ball that I scry with frequently. How did I come to my practice? It was as a teenager, really. I was made to go to church, as most people in England are as a child, and it didn't really resonate with me, so I began searching and I came across Wicca, and after some practice in Wicca I evolved and didn't quite agree with everything, and I now class myself as a witch, although I'm not too fond of titles, to be honest. I would say I was an eclectic witch. Am I in a coven or am I solitary? I am a solitary practitioner. I've never been in a coven, and I don't know how much I would like to be in a coven, really. I work a lot on intuition, and I don't know how much I'd like to be told that my spirituality was wrong. My favourite Esbat, Sabbath or solstice, I think that would have to be Samhain. It's a time for reflection and thinking about what you've done in the year, what you've done well and what you've done not so well, and also starting to put plans down of what you can improve in your life the year after. And also there's a fabulous witchy feel with it being Halloween. My favourite witchy movie is probably Harry Potter, and although I know it's not true to witchcraft, I do love it. A little bit of fantasy now and then. My favourite witchy book for learning and for fantasy. Well, for fantasy again, I think it would be Harry Potter. I think J.K. Rowling did an amazing job with those books, and I think I've read them all about 4 times now. I think last year at 25 was the last time I read them, so they're not just for kids. And for learning, I would probably say my favourite book for learning has been it's a book called The Circle, and I can't remember the author, but in it she tells you about her year. It's not so much a Witchcraft 101 book, more of her experience, and each section starts with a poem and what's happening in her garden and what she does to celebrate with her friends and her partner. I can't remember the author, but I thought it was a really amazing book. My favourite witchy show on the TV is probably Charmed. Again, I know it's not very true to witchy life, but I do love Charmed. My favourite colour, and what does it mean to me? My favourite colour is purple. It's for as long as I can remember being purple, and to me it gives me a lovely warm, comforting feeling, like I'm at home. It's a very spiritual colour to me, a deep emotional colour as well. Which animal, creature or person is my spirit guide? My spirit guide is an owl. I work with my spirit guide whenever I do any sort of divinatory practice or work with spirits. I do have a spirit guide, but for the moment I don't necessarily wish to talk about him. I have an altar for him and give him offerings, but he doesn't much like to be involved in my talk about spirituality, so I shall respect that. How many lives do I think I've had? Now, this question on past lives, but quite recently, I would say about 6 months ago, I hadn't done any work on past lives. And I had a very, very striking dream that's made me look a little bit further into it. So I know of one past life I had, where I was a young girl in Turkey, and it was during some sort of conflict or war, and I was being shepherded away and hidden basically along the banks of a river. And I'm currently researching and looking into that and trying to quest a little bit more and find out more about that. So as that develops, I'll be able to give you more information. What is my element? Okay, so my element is air. And the next question, the astral sign, I'm a Libra. So naturally my element's air, and I do feel very connected to the element of air. My goddess and god, I work with the goddess Hecate. She's been with me for about 5 years now, and I feel a very deep connection to her. And even out on walks like this, I tend to see owls or snakes, and I just feel very connected to her a lot of the time. My favourite crystal would probably have to be obsidian. I work with an obsidian crystal ball, as I said before, when I scry. And I just feel a very good grounding, protective quality from it. My favourite witchy tool would have to be my cauldron. I do a lot of fire magic and use my cauldron a lot for that. My favourite witchy craft, I make a lot of incenses and teas, so I think teas and incenses would be my top craft, and my top 5 YouTube witches. Firstly, it would be Sunshine Morning Ray. She is a beautiful person. Her positive energy on her videos and the way she speaks just makes you smile. I love the way she follows her path and the way she trusts her instinct, while still following her traditional ways that have been passed down to her through her family. Secondly, it would be the Lady Grave Dancer. I've watched her on both of her channels, and her honesty, her intent that she has in everything she does, just her general spirituality really, really stirs something in me. Thirdly would be Joy Morris. She's another witch here in the UK. I think she's absolutely fantastic, and with her, she's very reasoned and very disciplined, and not in a bad way, in a very good way. And a lot of the things that she talks about make me question my own beliefs and my own practice, and help me to learn and to grow. Fourthly, I'd say Lisa the Pagan. I watch her videos a lot. Again, she's here in the UK, and she lives her day-to-day life as an amazing spiritual person and witch. everything she does, she incorporates it too, and her humour, you know. I mean, you can tune in and just laugh with her. It's brilliant. And lastly, I think at the moment I would have to say it would be the Punky Bruiser. She's new to the craft and she's unapologetic about it. She's quite happy to admit it, and she's got such a strong spirit, and she questions, and she's got such a good attitude to learning. So many times you see people trying to put people down for being new, or basically just mocking them, and it's awful. And she embraces the fact she's new, and she's finding it so exciting to learn. And to me, that's a fantastic quality, and I look forward to seeing a lot more videos from her. So anyway, that's the 21 questions. I hope if anyone else sees this video, they'll do one of these tags. For now, blessings.